You love it when I get so high and drop that ass so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that ass so low.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Tia, and I am back with another video. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and push that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a new video. Like, comment, and share. And yeah, show your girl some love because I definitely love y'all. So today I am back with another video, and it's going to be a story time. I know it's been forever. So those of you who follow me on Instagram, y'all already know that I am currently 6 months pregnant with my baby girl. Oh, I hit my belly too hard right there, but yeah. I'm 6 months pregnant with my baby girl. Let me just try to show y'all my little bump right here. I have more pictures on Instagram of the bump, and yeah, more will be coming soon. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into this story time, y'all. So by the title, please don't judge me from the title, but y'all already know what this story time is going to be about. I got into a fight with my landlord, a physical fight, like throwing hands. It got physical. Do you hear me? So let me start off by giving y'all some background. So this happened over 10 years ago. I have a 16-year-old son, and this happened when he was 5 years old. And I was living on a apartment complex in LA. Those of you from LA will understand what type of complex it is when I'm done describing it. So it's like a 2-story building, you know, it has 2 stories and a staircase on either side of the building, like that. So it's like you go up a flight of stairs, you walk across, you know, like a little walkway porch looking thing, and each of the apartments are like right there along the lines of the porch, and then you go to the end and you walk down the staircase on the other side. LA people know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I was living on an apartment complex that was set up like that. So my son, at that age, he loved playing outside. Like that would be the first thing he would do when he wakes up: brush his teeth, wash his face, takes his little bath or his little shower at 5 years old, get dressed, you know, and go outside. He didn't even think about eating no breakfast, drinking no tea, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do in the morning time. We got Caribbean culture all up in us, and that's just the norm for in the morning. You know, you wake up, get fresh, drink some tea, have a little breakfast or whatever if you're feeling hungry, and then you start your day. But this little boy, he didn't follow the routine. He just wanted to go outside. You know what I'm saying? So that was him. So he was doing what he normally do every day, outside playing in the morning while I'm in the house, you know, cleaning up, doing my motherly duties that I do in the morning time. And this was on the weekend, so he didn't have school and I wasn't working. And my son was outside and he was playing, and the way the landscaping was set up outside is like a lot of trees along the perimeter of the building, like the outside of the building. You know, here's the building like that, and then in front of the building, like in front of our doorway, when we go outside to stand on the porch, because I lived on the 2nd floor. So if I would go outside and stand on the porch, right in front of me would be a lot of trees lined up, palm trees, really tall palm trees. Y'all know LA got a lot of palm trees. So that's how that apartment landscaping surrounding was set up. So those trees used to have a lot of leaves dropping from them, like really long looking leaves. Some of them had like smaller ones that, you know, people can pick up and play with, or a baby would pick up and play with. Not them really long ones that most palm trees have. It had like smaller size leaves as well. So my 5-year-old son at that time was playing with the leaves. Mind you, the landlord was there because she would come on the weekends, like almost every weekend, faithfully, and clean up the yard, even when the yard was already clean. Do you hear me? Because all of us would do our part and sweep up the yard, you know? But she wants to come on the weekends and put in her little 2 cents of sweeping. Whatever. Oh, and let me give y'all some background on my landlord. So she was a little Peruvian lady, probably like my height. I'm 5'4", maybe she was 5'5". She wasn't too skinny, she wasn't too thick either. She was like in between. She was an older woman, probably in her mid 40s or like late 30s at that time. And she had a really strong accent. And we're gonna name her Sandy. You know, for privacy purposes, I'm not gonna say her real name. I'm gonna call her Sandy. All right, so Sandy was out there sweeping while Ethio was out there playing. He was the only one because it was early. He's normally the first kid to be out there, and all the other kids come out there and play with him. He was like the leader on the building. I don't know, even the bigger kids, you know, would follow him. That's just how he was. So he was out there playing while she was sweeping. And I guess the leaves that she was sweeping up, he would go and or wherever she finished sweeping, like he would go probably mess it up again a little bit with the leaves or whatever. Mind you, he's 5 years old. Excuse me, I got allergies, and this California polluted air just irritates them every day. So sorry if I keep on sniffling. Please don't mind that. Yes, so Sandy gets irritated with him, which that was her demeanor. Like, she was easily irritated with simple stuff, and she would act irrational sometimes. We understood that about her. At least I did. Some things I would let go, you know what I'm saying, just to avoid conflict. But this situation right here, I couldn't let go, because you don't mess with my baby. I don't care who you are. You don't mess with my child. You could be Jesus Christ himself. Don't mess with what I brought here. Period. Anyway, she started getting irritated with him. So I'm hearing her out there getting irritated. And I'm like, I know she's not talking to another tenant. Ethio, my son is the only one out there. That's his name, Ethio. He's the only one out there. And I know for sure it's him she is talking to like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was getting really belligerent, you know, talking to him like he's her child. Mind you, she has no children at all. She's not a mother. So I really don't feel like she understands the concept of dealing with a child that age, much less. So she's talking to him with so much frustration in her voice and irritation in her voice, and I couldn't take it. You know what I'm saying? So I went out there to see what was going on, who the hell she was talking to like that. So when I walked out there on the porch and I looked down, you know, I saw her bent down with one of the leaves in her hand, talking with it in my son's face, like swinging the leaf all up in his face. You know what I'm saying? I felt like one of the leaves hit him. I don't know, a lot of shit was going through my mind. I just felt like she was abusing my son, you know? So right then and there, the devil took over my whole entity. Something came in me. The 7 devils came inside of me. Okay, I wasn't Tia no more. All right? I was something very wicked and something very, very, very dangerous. So I flew down them steps, honey. I don't know how I got down them steps so fast, but I'm telling you, I flew down them stairs with the quickness. By the time I got down the steps, Sandy comes walking up to me, and she's talking in her accent, like saying my name in her accent, like, Latia, because my name's Latia. That's my full name, but the way it's spelled with L-O, people will pronounce it, you know, have a hard time pronouncing it. So that's the way she would say my name all the time, even after I told the bitch to call me Tia. Anyway, here she come about, Latia, no, it's no problem. Yes, bitch, you don't start a problem. Why the fuck you talking to my son like that? So as I approach her closer while I'm cussing, you know what I'm saying, and going at her and confronting her, the closer I get, the angrier I get. So once we are literally like face to face, that's when the hands get to swinging, honey, because that's the only thing the devils was telling me to do, was to swing. And that's what I did. I swung on her. First time I swung, I caught her somewhere in the face. I can't remember where at. Somewhere in the face I caught her, and she went down instantly. You know what I'm saying? Because it was the ancestors in me, the devils in me, the anger, the everything that wanted to lash out. She caught all of it. So she went to the ground. First time I hit her, you know? Beep. She on the ground. So when she got on the ground, the devils was still in me. They were still talking to me like, finish her. So I just grabbed her in her hair. You know what I'm saying? One hand had her hair. You know how we do. Grabbed up her hair and just start bop, 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 bop. Front of the head, back of the head, knee in the head, all of that. I lost it. Only thing that brought me back to reality was when my son came running up and he saw the whole thing. You know, it was happening right in front of him. He came running up like, no, mommy. He got really scared because he never seen me fight before. It was his first time seeing that. So he was like, what? What is going on? He was really like scared, you know, and that made me come back to myself. And I was like, damn, I can't keep doing this in front of my son. You know, I can't let him keep seeing this and traumatize him like this. So I stopped. And I just told her, don't you ever in your motherfucking life, ever deal with my child like that. That is mine. You have an issue with him, you approach me. Don't ever, ever feel like you can treat my son like that. I don't give a fuck who you are. So I did my little shit talking, whatever, after I finished whooping her ass. And I took my son back up in the house. By that time, his father had came back. You know what I'm saying? He saw the commotion going on. All the neighbors came out. Everybody was out. And they was on my side. They was like, I don't blame you. Like, she lucky she ain't get a bullet. Mind you, we in South Central, so you already know, y'all LA people already know how it go down in South Central. Shit like that is not taken lightly by any means. I'm pretty sure if it was any other mother who's from LA, because I'm not from LA, if it was any other mother who's from LA, that woman would have ended up, they would have to take her on the ambulance or something. Like, it would have been worse. Probably got jumped by a few females. But yeah, so we figured she was going to call the police or whatever. And she did, but I ended up leaving. Like, I fled the scene. Don't judge me, okay? This is my past. And I'm redeeming myself, okay? If it was now, I wouldn't have gone about it like that, trust me. But, yeah, I fled the scene. And I didn't come back until later that night when everything died down, you know? So the next day, Sandy comes back to the property. She comes back to the building wearing a freaking arm sling. She has on an arm sling. She's limping. She's acting like, you know, she was just jumped and stomped into the ground and stuff. That's how she was acting. She acted like her whole body was falling apart. That's how she was behaving. You know what I'm saying? And my neighbor was talking to me. I just walked by her like I didn't see her. You know, I was just on some fuck this shit, fuck you, fuck all of this. I don't even care no more. I just walked by her, unbothered by the whole situation. But I did speak to one of my neighbors, and she told me what had happened while I was gone, or whatever, that she called the police or whatever, but she didn't, I don't know, like, she didn't press charges, or she didn't try to, like, make the police look for me or anything like that. She just called them. I don't know how that transpired, but I never got arrested. I never got hit up by no police, anything like that. She didn't give my information to the police, so I respect that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, she wasn't no snitch. So yeah, after that, I think a couple more days went by, and I saw her again. She didn't have on the arm sling. She was back to her normal self, and we had a little conversation. You know, I finally opened up to talk to her, and I explained to her, you know, where I felt like she was wrong, and she didn't dispute it. She basically agreed, and she apologized, but she also told me where I was wrong. She told me you don't have to use violence all the time to solve problems, you know, which is true, very true. You know, you gotta know how to be an adult, be more mature about certain situations, go about it the right way so that you don't have your right being the right and then give it away, you know, because that's basically what I did. And if she was a different type of person, I probably would have still had that on my record right now. And that would have affected me and my son worse than what she probably did to him. So, yeah. So she made me promise to never, to never put my hands on her again. I said, I promise I will never deal with a situation like that with you again, but I'm not going to promise to never put my hands on you again, because if you do some shit to violate me, I'm going to defend myself. And that's just what it is. I'm a Taurus, y'all. So the stubbornness just came out right there. I couldn't promise not to do that, because what if she decided to like choke me or something or do something to me physically? I'm supposed to not defend myself because of that promise? Hell to the no. Not this one. No girl. But yeah, so that's how that story went down. And yeah, I got into a fight with my landlord. And she was still my landlord after that. She didn't put me out. I was still living there. We were still good. We got over it, which was good. I'm glad that that situation ended the way that it did, you know? And reflection, I would never go about it like that if it was to happen that way. If something like that was to happen to me again, I would never, like, especially my new baby, if another situation was to happen like that with her, I would go about it totally different. I'd probably call the police, call child services, report it, and use the law to defend myself. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that's my story of getting into a fight with my landlord. I don't promote violence, and I don't recommend violence in any way, shape, or form. So if any of y'all ever see yourself get into a situation like that where your anger brings you to the point of violence, just stop. You know, stop, talk to yourself, think about the consequences. After, if nobody don't put their hands on you first, think about the consequences that could happen after everything's all said and done. It really ain't worth it. It's not, because it's only going to turn out bad for you at the end of the day. And the other person's going to be sitting up laughing while you have to pay them restitution and all that other shit. Feel me? So it's And I even sat down with my son and I told him that too, so he can know not to, you know, follow what I did or feel like that's okay, because he was very young when he saw it happen. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for listening to my story. Thank y'all for watching the video. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, share this video, show your girl some love, because I definitely love y'all, and I will be back soon with another one. In the meantime, y'all stay fabulous. Love y'all. Until next time.